Hey, good morning. Hi, Lisa Marie here. And today I'm switching it up again because I got a little bit bored of doing the same thing over and over. And I made something that tastes so good and I want to have it. So I am. Today, I'm not having my morning protein bomb tea. What? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm having other protein with food that I'm going to actually eat. So I've actually planned for the whole day again, and I'll show you what that is. And today, my whole day is going to be 1,097 calories, 103 proteins, 69 carbs, and 50 fats. And I could probably skim a little fats here and there, and I'll just show you that when I show you what I'm having. I'm so excited, and I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna go fast because I want to eat. Here we go. Okay, so I keep track here in my journal, and this is how I've written out my day. And as you can see, I can't figure out how to write what the proteins are each meal because my FitnessPal only does the actual totals, so I haven't figured that out. But here's the calories for each meal that I'm doing today, and here's what it is. Of course, the amounts aren't there. They're in my FitnessPal, but that's kind of what we're gonna have today. So here we go. So I start my day off. I do totally start my day off the same every day. I personally, after fasting all night and not having anything to drink, I replenish my body with some G2. And that's just what works for me. So that's what I do. So I have 8 ounces of G2, and I use a probiotic because I have low acid in my stomach, and this just helps me be regular and consistent and everything. But this pill is so humongous. Look how big that is. It's like, I have trouble swallowing that. So I actually open it up and put it in my little bottle that I shake up of my G2, and that's how I have my probiotic in the morning. Then normally I have hot tea. What? But today I'm not. What I made, I showed it the other day, is this incredible, beautiful egg bake. And all I did was I grilled a bunch of ground turkey with some sauteed onions that I kind of caramelized. And then I added what I had. I had some sweet bell peppers and spinach and about 10 grams of cheese. And I only did six of the muffin tins because, hello, I can't eat 12. The serving size says to eat 2. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So this is what I'm getting ready to have for breakfast now. What? And, oh, I have, I didn't have any salsa, but the next best thing on eggs is ketchup, and I get the Heinz reduced sugar because I like the taste and it works for my tummy. So I've put 2 tablespoons, or whatever it is, 1 ounce. It says 1 tablespoon is a serving, and I think this ended up being 2 tablespoons equaled a whole ounce when I weighed it. And so that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. And I'm so excited. That's what I'm doing. And then for my first snack, I have done half of this. I love the Jell-O brand sugar-free chocolate pudding. I just like the texture. I like everything about it. I can eat this plain. Sometimes I eat this plain and I put a scoop of Gene Pro in it just to give me that added little boost so that it's a little more calorie and protein packed day to spread out. But I have another protein powder. It's called Isopure, and this flavor, chocolate covered cherry, is so good. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it. However, it's kind of hard to find it on the internet, apparently. I think they've changed their website, but it used to be bariatriceating.com. I'm hoping they still have the link, but whatever. So when I mix this with the protein powder, I have to do a little bit at a time. And I do a little bit at a time because this will make this very thick and creamy like a mousse. It's so incredible what it does. But I wanted a little extra flavor today, so I'm going to add, this is 2 tablespoons of the PB Fit, which is the peanut butter. And normally you normally mix 2 tablespoons with 1.5 tablespoons of water to get actual peanut butter. But I'm going to see what happens adding this in there. I may only do half of it and taste it and see if it's peanut buttery enough for me, and if so, then I won't use the other half. But there is morning snack. Then the lunch is, again, I found something and I want to try it new, so this is what I'm doing. My lunch is what I know, and it works. And I've had it before. So it is this turkey that I used in the egg bake, but just plain with the caramelized onions in there. And this is 2 ounces. I use a Sharpie and I mark my containers so that I know what I put in there. And then I have 1 ounce of refried beans with 10 grams of shredded cheddar cheese. And then I do have a tablespoon of this light sour cream, but I may or may not use it. It just depends. And then this is my wrap that I found that actually my tummy really likes. It's a premium wrap. It's sprouted mash with 7 grain, and I like it. It works good for my tummy. My problem is now, this is my last wrap in here. Now I have to find where the person that gave it to me got it. And just as an FYI, that is the bite. So it's like as big as my thumb. That is the bite that I pinch off with my finger and thumb to put on the tip of my spoon with a bite of this meat. That's how big my bites are. They started out as big as my pinky. Sometimes they're as big as my thumb, but it's kind of in between the two. But I use my thumb as a guide when I scoop this stuff up and I get ready to put this tortilla on my spoon. When I go like this, if it kind of pushes it out and it's bigger than my thumb, because I see my thumb pushing it, I go, ah, and I scrape off some of the food so that I'm having a smaller bite that I chew very, very thoroughly. It's because that's what you got to do with our new tummies, right? So here's another new thing. Now, you know, I use the granola that I put in my yogurt, and it's by a company called Kind. So I thought, well, how kind of Kind? They've created other things. So I found this in the grocery store when I was getting the salmon last night. And this says caramel, almond, and sea salt. It only has 5 sugars. So according to my nutritionist, she wants me to find things that are 6 grams or less. So that matches that. It is high in calorie, and I don't really know why. It's 200, but it also has 6 grams of protein. Yeah, bad lighting. You can't see that. But it has 6 grams of protein. So I will cut this up with a very sharp knife, and I'll probably cut it pinky width apart all the way down, and then I'll cut each of those bites in half. So I can already see this is going to be at least 20 bites, and that's going to take me at least 20 minutes to eat and chew because of the nuts on there. So if I can eat the whole thing, that is a pretty darn yummy snack, I'm hoping. Now, dinner, I've already planned dinner for the day as well, and it is a repeat of last night because it was so incredibly good. Husband barbecued a whole bunch of salmon. So I measured out 1.5 ounces of salmon for me already. And then we made these Brussels sprouts, which, hello, I hated Brussels sprouts before. Absolutely gross. Hated them. But I used the balsamic vinegar and olive oils that are flavored, a fig vinegar and a blood orange oil. And that's what I use to kind of saute these in the skillet. So I will only have 1 to 1.5 ounces of these. Hubby's helping. They were so good. Hey, babe. Even he really liked them too. So I'm going to try and find other ways to saute things or maybe even roast them with this oil and vinegar combination, because it was just incredible. It was so good. The only thing I'm noticing here is I will probably take these small ones, but today when I have them, I'm going to cut them up first in at least half, if not 4, because some of the bites last night were way too big for me. And then, what, hon?
Slap chop.
Slap chop. Oh yeah, we have a slap chopper. Maybe I'll use that. Then this is the sauce that I had left over that I made out of that light coconut milk and some of that same balsamic vinegar. I put it in there and kind of stirred it up, let it boil. It got thick and creamy, and I poured that in a little cup, kind of like, it was actually one of these, you know, one of these little cups, and that will be totally enough to spread. Maybe tonight I'll spread it all over the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. But this sauce with this, great combination, tasted amazing, and that's what I'm doing again. Then, you know, for my day, I have the rest of my day. I will have my 2 glasses of tea and my 2 glasses of water, but then that means I'm short 1 glass, right? Because I didn't have my tea over here in the morning, right? So I will make that up tonight by having a cup of chamomile tea. Move this around, sorry. I will have a cup of chamomile tea. I will add some protein to it, and then I'll add a little of my sugar-free sweetener, probably vanilla or maybe the caramel one over there, whichever I'm in the mood for. But this is something that helps me fall asleep and go to sleep and sleep well, so I use it. And again, I mix my Gene Pro first in a little bit of water, blitz it up, and then I add it to my tea, just like I do in the morning, but this is what I'll do at night. So there you have it. A whole day of food, which I am going to start and have. I'm going to start my breakfast now because I'm so excited. I can't wait to eat it. And I'm hungry, and then I'll get ready for work, and then I'll be about my day. But there you have it. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you have success in planning and preparing for your day. And don't be afraid to try something new. The worst that can happen, the worst that can happen is you have to throw it away because it tastes gross or it doesn't go down well. That's why you need to make sure you carry something extra with you in your purse. Some beef jerky and nuts, a hard-boiled egg, maybe another little protein pack. I carry these. I measured out protein, and I put them in these Ziplocs so that's 1 scoop, and I just put a couple of these in my purse, and then I can add it to whatever. I can add it to hot tea, I can add it to broth, I can add it to soup, I can add it to whatever I want that maybe you don't take with you, but you can stop and pick up from somewhere. You have to take something with you extra just in case something doesn't go quite right with your tummy. I always have something extra. But there you have it. Microwave done. I'm ready for breakfast. Have a great day. I'm praying for you. Bye.